Just stunning ending, but what are your overall thoughts on a match like that?
I think on a match like tonight or this afternoon, when you come out to see, you can see the quality of our players, like just how we attack together and just the quality of them. But yeah, I mean, we're a pretty refined team at breaking down a 4-4-2 block and pulling a back line apart. And I think you saw some amazing moments, amazing attacking football. And it's a weird old game to finish a game like that, but I think our team deserved it.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, people may remember that as a mistake, but felt like you had a possession advantage. You created a lot of chances. Sometimes you do kind of get what you deserve in terms of a win when you play that way.
Well, yeah, I mean, we put them under so much pressure. We were working our wing backs to pull out their fullbacks, got in behind them many times. We had one great goal and then many goals that we should have scored, and that's just football. You know, you have to create a high volume of chances, and however they go in, they go in. But it was also a matter of us just fatiguing them, and those defenders in the box were extremely fatigued, and you put teams under pressure, and you can pay the rewards.
What can you say about Charlie Adams? He misses a penalty and then he gives the pass for the goal, and the way that he, yell and scream about that goal. Yeah. What can you say about that feeling that the players have?
Yeah, Charlie is like the spiritual leader of our team. It means so much to him. It means so much to Charlie, this whole club, this team, how we play. So he missed a penalty, and then you can see, like, he was playing an amazing game. He was playing behind their midfield, helping in our build-up. He was unbelievable. Misses a penalty and comes right back and continues to make plays. So that guy is very mentally strong. He's a top leader, and today he led by example. He's a very vocal leader, but everyone can learn from how you bounce back from a mistake. He was outstanding.
2 goals this week from Evan Conway. Can you talk about what you liked from him and all your forwards from the match?
I liked a lot from Evan Conway on Wednesday, and I liked a lot today. How him and Ronaldo were moving together and pulling out center backs and getting behind them was incredible to watch. Mentally, he's tough. He missed a couple chances, then he comes back again, and he arrives in the right area. Right now, his movement in the box is excellent, and he's a mentally tough kid. I believe in Evan, probably more than anyone in the world, and he showed today and this whole week how good he can be.
Once again, the player number 12 is on the field, cheering for you guys into the end. How can you say about that?
Honestly, when it was 88 minutes, 89 minutes, and we're pushing, and it was a hard game to play, and we were physically fatigued from the whole week, and they just kept piling pressure. You know, that goal there, it reminds me of LA Galaxy at home last year when they scored an own goal at the end, especially on that end with the locals and the Chavos. It's like a magnet of bringing the ball in the goal. And they need to put pressure on the opponent just like we are. And there's an amazing, chemistry of match on the field and attitude and just overall, intensity and energy we get from the stadium. And that's why football is beautiful. That's why having a team love its supporters and supporters love its team. That's a beautiful thing.
So no Alejandro Guido today again, but talk about the depth that a guy like Tumi Moshovani has coming on to kind of play that role, especially with how many games are coming fast this week.
Yeah, I mean, if our fans should be used to seeing Tumi Moshovani playing that role. He was excellent today. We have a few different player profiles that we can manipulate the opponent based on who they are, and Tumi's amazing at finding the ball between the lines and then creating on the dribble. And I also thought he was very good defensively today. So obviously we have one injury in Guido, and we miss him a lot right now, but you can see the depth of our squad.
You will have more games before the game against Seattle, but what can you say about this big match that you're going to have in the Open Cup?
It's a great matchup. We love it. It'll be a great test for our team to go up there midweek. So the Open Cup is a wonderful opportunity, but honestly, we're not thinking about that right now. But when we get there, I know it's a challenge our team will love.
Can you talk about the resiliency? You battle for so long, you finally get the goal, and then 2 minutes later you're right back even. Can you talk about the resiliency to stay in that game and not let that spiral into something bigger?
I think in the past you've seen us kind of capitulate and maybe feel sorry for ourselves that the game's not going our way, but if you just keep doing the right things, just be present in that moment and make the next good play, you can pile pressure on the opponent and that can happen. So there was times I feel like where our team was tempted to sink in again, but there's a lot of energy between the players and good leaders that don't make that happen. And yeah, as you said, it was a very good, resilient performance.
Good. He's out.
Yeah, this kind of two-headed attack, you and Damas, what is that like to play with a striker like that and an open space for you to be able to score a couple goals?
Yeah, no, it's been a blast playing with Ronaldo so far, and honestly, everyone in our
striker core that will make an appearance out there is just really good. It's good to be deep out there. And Ronaldo, with all his pace and the way we compress teams so far this season, has been really effective. So hopefully we can keep that going.
You got another goal today, also scored on Wednesday in the upcoming match. What's going well for you right now?
Yeah, our team is playing great, and it's always good to score and kind of keep it rolling throughout the week. So hopefully we can get another one next weekend. And as long as we're winning, that's the most important thing. So.
People kind of remember the finish and how, a mistake by them, but you had possession advantage. I think you created the most dangerous chances. Sometimes you kind of do deserve to win a game like that. It doesn't always work that way.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we had our chances. I personally had my chances before I scored, and but we're just, we're thankful to put away the chances that we can, and they helped us out a little bit on the last one. So it's good. I think I agree. I think we deserve that win. So.
You got subbed out right after your goal, and then right after that, they scored the equalizer. What's going on in your head when you're sitting on the bench and that happened?
Oh, that's tough. I was just having a chat about that, but I didn't even realize that they scored before I sat down. So, but it's easy to let that happen. You're most vulnerable right after you get a result in a game that's tied for that long, and then we get a breakthrough finally. It happens. They get a scrappy goal, but we pulled it together and got a little help, and so. Went well.
Would you say that Tulsa's defense played a role in the lack of scoring despite all the chances?
Sorry?
Would you say that Tulsa's defense played a role in despite the lack of scoring despite the chances?
Yeah. I mean, Tulsa's definitely a good team. They're hard to play against. Every time an East Coast team comes to play us, it's always a different little challenge, and they always have talented players. So it's something that we just kind of have to deal with, and today we did.
What was the mood like, at halftime? You're tied 0-0, but you really dominated the game. What are you talking about at halftime with the team there?
Yeah, making little adjustments, but Nate came in and he made sure that we all understood that we had a good half and things didn't necessarily go our way. It was still 0-0, but Tulsa's a good team, and I think that the way we were moving the ball, it's just that last pass or that last shot sometimes isn't quite coming off. But it's nothing to get discouraged about. So he was making sure that we came out in the second half with the same intensity.
Great, good. All
right, guys.
All right, thanks, Evan. Appreciate it. Okay, so these are questions.
Bueno, Coque, otro partido de casa, se gana otra vez, pero no te llegan a anotar luego un minuto después de que ustedes se ponen arriba del marcador. ¿Qué es lo que piensa el equipo en un momento así?
Bueno, es un partido complicado porque ves cómo pasan los minutos, fallas tus ocasiones y puede ser un poco frustrante. Pero bueno, al final el conseguir meter el gol, al final creo que es merecido y bueno, pues disipa todas esas pequeñas malas sensaciones que podían quedar. O sea que bien, contentos.
I think that it was a challenging and a tough match, but sometimes we get what we deserve, especially with that late goal that happened there. And there's something that our club has shown that we can continue to find a way to win and continue to find our goals.
Porque es un partido en el que se domina de principio a fin. Básicamente tuvieron las mejores llegadas de gol y de repente cae la anotación. ¿Qué pasa en el festejo que es tan rápido? Porque vi tu molestia que cayó en menos de 30 segundos el empate. ¿Qué pasa por tu mente en ese momento y qué es lo que le dices a tus compañeros para que vuelvan otra vez a agarrar ritmo?
Bueno, lo primero que te pasa por la cabeza es no me lo puedo creer, ¿no? Que nos haya costado tanto marcar y enseguida nos empaten. Pero enseguida cambias el chip y el objetivo en ese momento ya es automáticamente animar a los compañeros para volver a esa motivación que teníamos por volver a ponernos por delante.
The question was, you guys go up ahead and score, and all of a sudden there's another score to tie the match. What goes through your mind? I saw you were a little upset after you scored, and Coque answered, yeah, it is something that can accept you, but this team's resilient, and it's something that you got to keep in mind, and you got to keep fighting and trying to find a goal, and we saw that today, that we were able to bounce back and continue adding a goal or getting lucky at the end and getting that goal. Not lucky, but we've been fortunate to get that goal.
Es difícil pensar que Charlie falle un penalti, ¿no? Con la especialidad que tiene con esta pierna zurda, pero entre ustedes, ¿qué se habla? ¿Qué se dice para que no bajen la motivación? Y al final de cuentas, Charlie resuelve con ese centro para el empate.
The question was, Charlie missed a penalty kick, but what do you guys do with that resiliency to be able to bounce back from a missed PK?
Pues el único objetivo es volver a motivar a Charlie, que eso no le lleve mucho tiempo pensando en que ha fallado, para que siga trabajando para nosotros. Tú dices, es especialista, pero estas cosas pasan hasta los mejores, entonces lo que necesitamos es recuperarlo pronto para que siga ayudándonos, como luego ha hecho muy bien entrando de nuevo en el partido y anotando esa asistencia.
The goal is to get Charlie back in the game and motivated to get back his head back in the game. He's a specialist in those kind of things, and if he misses, it's okay. We got to get him back in there and help us and give us what he needs to give us so we can get back in the game and win. And we saw that today. He came back in there and kept his head in the match and was able to help us get what we needed.
As a keeper, what happened down there, is that your worst nightmare? A teammate's trying to clear the ball and it just goes in the net in a 1-1 game. That had to be like, as a fellow keeper, you had to be like, oh man, that's tough.
Sí, la pregunta es que si como portero cuando sucede algo como es un autogol, que si es una de las peores cosas que puede ser.
Yo creo que te miras con tus compañeros y simplemente eres un espectador más, no te lo puedes creer. Un poco lo que nos pasaba, si yo he tenido esa sensación con el gol que hemos recibido, pues imagínate el otro portero después de estar 90 minutos, no sé cuántas ocasiones hemos tenido, 10, 15, 20, no lo sé, consigues salir ileso de todo eso y acabas metiéndote en autogol. Fútbol, no podemos ir a otra cosa.
It's one of those situations where that happens and you look at your teammates like, I don't know what happened, and then you spend the entire match making saves and playing well and keeping your team in the match, and then all of a sudden you get an out to goal and it happens. It's just soccer.
Coque, eres uno de los favoritos, digamos no de la afición, sino de una comunidad que está generando el Loyal. Para ti, ¿qué significa eso que trasciende más allá de lo que está haciendo en la cancha?
Pues para mí, sí, sorry.
San Diego has been doing a lot of work and working the community, and you're being part of it. What does that mean for you, being part of the community about this team?
Para mí es increíble, o sea, es una de esas motivaciones por las cuales yo vuelvo este año, porque me siento parte de esa comunidad. Ya no es que ellos me vean como ídolo dentro de la afición o la comunidad, es que para mí ellos son lo mismo, son ídolos, ver su cultura, ver cómo te atraen, cómo te envuelven en esa cultura, y yo que vengo de una distinta en muchas cosas, sentirte parte de algo así es increíble. Solo puedo agradecerle a todo el mundo que me hayan acogido así.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I decided to come back this year. It's an incredible feeling to be able to be part of the community, and me being part of a different culture, being able to adapt and blend in with the culture here. It's one of the amazing reasons why I'm here, and we're going to keep doing that and want to be able to use that and translate it into the field as well.
Finalmente, Coque, yo para terminar, 10 de 15 puntos posibles, 5 partidos, invicto en casa, has mantenido 2 metas en 0. ¿Imaginaban este arranque en equipo, vaya, de campaña de esta manera, tan fuerte como lo están haciendo?
Did you imagine this type of start to the season?
Bueno, es un poco el objetivo que teníamos. Al final es un arranque parecido al del año pasado. Creo que el año pasado a esta fecha hicimos un par de puntos más, pero era un poco esa idea, mantener ese 9 de 9 en casa y de luego sumar todo lo posible fuera. Se ha sumado menos de lo que nos gustaría, sobre todo en este último partido en Phoenix, pero bueno, sí, era parte del objetivo del club.
It was a similar start to last year, but we definitely wanted to come out fast and start, winning 9 of 9 at home. Unfortunately, we didn't get that win in Phoenix, but that was part of the goal, to get all these points during the start of the season like there was now, and then that's just the way the season has started and moving forward from that.